All right, we're right where we left off, talking to I forget the lady that we were in a picture with at some point when we were all younger, like the same age of the photo that I carry around. I don't want to smell her. I think we had kind of finished everything with her, and the pharmacy. The pharmacist is the guy that actually works for the pharmaceutical company. So we're investigating him next. Basically, we somehow like got frozen. Like we were out in space. I guess I'll quickly kind of give the broad strokes of the story. We were police astronauts that were recruited for like I think the first attempt to like start establishing life on Mars or something like that. And an accident happened. The character that we're playing basically had to get like frozen in carbonite or whatever, so to speak. So from what I understand, if I'm understanding this right, like my character hasn't aged like all the other astronauts that were out there. And they found me like a couple decades after I was basically outside of like the space station and got like I don't know, caught out in space and somehow got I don't know, frozen in carbonite. So my wife remarried. So when I got back to like normal society, where this story picks off or takes off is my ex-wife comes to my detective agency looking for assistance in finding her missing husband. And she ends up getting murdered. Her husband works up on Mars or whatever, so I am now up at Mars investigating where he's gone. He works for the same pharmaceutical company as the pharmacist that works at this hospital does. Evidently, this hospital like employs or has in their building a bunch of this pharmaceutical place's employees. So that is why I'm going to talk to the pharmacist right now. Come on, we haven't seen each other in years. Let's catch up on everything. I've got an old picture up there. Why don't you take a look at it before you go? Which one is it? This one? Oh, that's her one. Child, that's somebody else's baby. Okay. It's not yours. Jonathan, drop it. Interesting. Oh, that's the photo that I was talking about. This was back when all the Policenauts were young. The character we're playing is the bottom left in the photo, like where the 10 is. And then the other one that we have caught up with since we went from Earth up to here in Mars or wherever we are is the guy directly above me in the photo on the left as well. Cover of a teen magazine. Policenauts. Brings back so many memories. Cool. Okay. That's great. I should really be heading to the pharmacy. This, go ahead, take a look. Hey, something's moving. What? Micromachine. Oh, that's one of the ones that the pharmaceutical place the husband created. Huh, weird. like a biological warfare thing. Okay, so she really... I guess I need to talk to her. Ask about mosquitoes. Created by the pharmaceutical place, drawing blood from people and animals and administering shots. Yeah, that's super creepy. Can also be used for donating blood. Received a lot of criticism, but these guys are one of the reasons we've been able to prevent AIDS and other diseases here. They fly by flapping their wings. Yeah, that's some scary shit. Biomechanics. Hologram of it at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Brain death. Persistent, okay. In persistent vegetative state, the cerebral cortex stops functioning while the brain stems continue to work normally. Some people differentiate between total brain death and brain stem death. But in both cases, the brain stem, which basically speaking regulates the body's life support system, stops functioning. Many criteria involved in determining brain death. Before, these varied from country to country, but we now have a worldwide consensus for declaring a person brain dead. Donation organs from a brain dead individual is based on the doctrine of informed consent from either the individual, one still mentally competent, or individual's family or caregiver. Okay. Ants and mosquito, yeah. Okay, I think we're done here. Smell it. I just hate the smell of trucks, that's the only reason I wear it. You get about as many people wearing fragrances here as you do smoking cigarettes. Nothing wrong with either. I'll with the same fragrance up on the mantelpiece. Go ahead and smell it. What the fuck? I like the smell. I find it relaxing. What is going on here? Oh, there's the mosquito. What the hell? Forget it, she asked me to do it. Trying to catch it. This is ridiculous.
今度は胸だ。5章だから、ジョナサン。俺の役目だ。俺は人生を恨む。くそ、また逃げられた。
Am I actually supposed to be able to get this?
真面目にやれ。
お願い、早く捕まえて。
くそ、また逃げられた。ジョナサン、真面目にやれ。
お願い、早く捕まえて。
そー、また逃げられた。ジョナサン、真面目にやれ。
お願い、早く捕まえて。
Why does it keep going back and forth?
くそー、また逃げられた。
This is
ジョナサン、
okay.
真面目にやれ。
お願い、早く捕まえて。
やった、触った触った。
ありがとう。
Thank you, John.
いやー、こんなことならいつでも。
No, thank you, girl. What the heck is
お前
this?
な、後で感想を聞かせる
I
よ。
want details
本
later.
当におかしな人たちね、ポリスノーツさん。まるでバディ映画から抜け出たみたい。
Buddy cop
まあ
movie.
大事に至らなくてよかった。
そうね。さあ、これからどうするお二人さん。
Certainly made my day more interesting. Alright, can we finally move to the pharmacy?
じゃあ薬局を見せても。
Can we take a look at your pharmacy
Also,
now? No
so
problem,
gonna
it's
do
through
that,
that door. Alright.
あ、ジョナサン、
なんだい。
そのタバコ、なんとかならない？
You ever considered quitting
これ
smoking?
か。
医者としては黙認で
Had to
き
say
ないんだけ
something,
ど。
I'm a doctor.
香水好きの女性としてなら黙認できるだろう。
オッケーよ。脅迫がうまいわね。
男と女の駆け引きさ。何の用だいあんたら。薬なら窓口で。
Hey, the window's up.
心配はいらない。
Relax, BCP.
理事長の許可は得ている。
The director knows about
警
us.
察？
The
石
police?
田さんでしょ。
You're Mr. Ashita, right? The hospital's pharmacist.
はあ、僕は
ジョナ
石田
シーだ
純だけど、一応ここの薬局を任されてるけど、
Got me in charge of the place for now.
どんな要件なんだい？
What do you need? Smell. What? Do we get that out of the way? What's that smell? I mean like our rats. No, I mean like what on earth is that stench? Guess it's the drugs. You really think it smells in here? What do you want, officers? Talk to you about a Kenzo Hojo from Takagawa Pharmaceuticals.
北条さん？
Something happened
あ
to
の人が何か？行方不明なんだ。
Really?
そうなの。そういえばここんとこ見な
Guess
か
it
っ
has
た
been
な。
a while since I last seen him.
知ってるんだな。
So you do know.
知ってます。
That's right. Couldn't tell you much about him. We only know each other through work. He's traditional Japanese type of guy. Different from Beyond's like me. It's not like him to just disappear. You might say he's a little too serious and that turns people off. For something like this to happen, Sai. We aren't that close. We've always stuck to business. We aren't that close. We've always stuck to business. Any idea where he might have gone? Not really. He's not the type to take off like that. Or why he might have gone. But a number of the terrestrials who come here end up going a little screwy and skip out. The rate of mental illness here several times higher than the bases in Antarctica. The guy at Takagawa Pharmaceuticals brought that up too. I'm a Beyond, so I don't get it. Been a good while since the last time he was here. I wonder what happened to him. I tried checking space plane passenger list. That's a good idea. If he hasn't left Beyond, something real bad must have happened to him. It's harder for someone to stay hidden here than on home. Close to impossible, really. Maybe you really did go back home. K9. Newest DDS. Throughout the body, even in weightlessness. How does it work? Difference in osmotic pressure between areas of the body to control the regular use of drug. Gravity doesn't play a factor at all. Hojo was bringing samples of it over. Wonder if that's what I got from Lorraine. Is it that big a development? isn't that new, but the one in K9 is by far the most effective. Unfortunately, there's nothing left. When was the last time you saw Hojo? So it would have been the 15th. Delivery, I thought K9 wasn't on the market yet. Only samples for data gathering. What happened that day?
あの時は
Brought over the 3 sets
K9
of
を
K9.
3セット持ってきて
Then
ちょっと待った3
3
セットだって
sets.
徳川製薬のホワイトボードには100セット
This
って書いてあ
whiteboard
る
at
ぞ
Takigawa
そんなバ
Pharmaceuticals
カ
said
な
100.
ただのサンプルですよ
It's
100セッ
ridiculous.
トも
They're
どう
only
するんです
samples. What we
患
do
者に
with
配
all
るんで
that?
すか発売前の薬を
Amount of people left and right.
なるほど
Point taken, so we've got 97 unaccounted
残りの
for.
97セットはどこへ彼に変わったところは
Anything
そう
unusual
いえ
about
ば何か
Little
見えていたよう
edgy.
ないつもは冷静な人なんだけど感情的だっ
Always
たな
professional, but he was emotional
こ
that
れか
day.
ら徳川会長に会ってくるって
Meet with
本人はそう言
President
ってましたよ
Takigawa after he left. That's what he told me. Definitely acted different, but that's all that comes to mind. A worry for me too, we haven't finished the K9 study yet. The company won't talk to me, then the hospital's been on my case about it. Brings all kinds of trouble. At least now I know why Hojo hasn't been around.
徳川会長あの貞
President
興さん
Tokugawa,
会長
Gajos.
は僕らには
Regular
雲の上の
Joes
存
like
在
me
だよ
see him maybe once in a
面識
blue
もほと
moon.
んどないでも北条さんは違った
Hojo
な
was different.
よく会長に食事に
He
招
got
待されてたみ
invited
た
to
い
eat
だ
with the president
会長
regularly.
は大の日本人びいきなんだ
Prefers to associate
相変わ
with
らず
other
レイシストだな
Japanese. Seems-
昔からあいつは
It's
そうだっ
always
た
been like that big
人種
time.
に偏見を持っていた北条さんのことを
Might be
会
able
長
to
な
tell
ら
you
何か
more
知っ
about
てるかもね
Yeah, where is he?
貞興にはどこに行けばいい
Where would I find
会
Sadoki?
長なら徳川ビルにいるよコロニーの支柱が
It's a massive
徳川グ
pillar
ル
in
ー
the
プの
middle
シ
of
ン
the
ボリックビル
colony.
になって
Yeah.
るんだ通常は支柱プロップ
We
って
call
呼ばれ
it
て
the
る
prop.
会長はいつもそこにいる
Where
は
he
ずだよ
spends most of his time.
そのプロップなら知ってるビヨンドで有数の
One of
名
Beyond's
所だ
biggest landmarks.
けどそこへ行ってみよう
Not much to say, really. Born and raised beyond. Got pharmacist license. Still don't have a separation of the medical industry on beyond. Aren't held in very high regard. Either a company or a hospital pharmacy. Talking off Nisei, but when they go and send me to this damn hospital, fucking insult. Be surprised to hear about what goes on here. Only ones who benefit from this system are people like Takigawa and doctors. Pump Beyond's full of drugs they don't need. Those fools are happy to keep paying for them. Interesting. The more drugs we dish out, the more the drug companies and hospitals make. Not to mention the insurance company. That's the way the whole system is designed. And this is what happens to guys like
なん
me.
だか徳川に不満があるようだね
Don't seem very happy here.
不満
Motive?
そりゃあ
Happy?
る
You
さ
kidding me?
俺は北条さんとは
I'm
違
not
う
Hojo.
徳川の人間でも不
Didn't
満は
know
ある
there were any of you like that.
徳川には
There are
徳川
things
にし
about
かわからな
Takigawa
い
you just
内部
wouldn't
事情があるん
understand.
だ
Headquarters of Takigawa Group on Beyond. As Sports a set of the colony's surface stripes and windows, figuratively if not literally. Hardly ever there, I got no reason to. If you're heading that way, be sure to ask about Hojo. That's where he met with the president that day. Okay. Alright, let's look around. Same thing that they had, the pharmaceuticals. This links to Takagawa group via network, T-Gear 99. Everyone in the group uses it, only Takagawa employees can log on to it. By years beyond anything else. Links to group facilities, gives you access to all kinds of info, that's why hardware is made public. The machine itself is a company secret. We're gonna poke around a little. Yeah, nice try. I don't care if you are the police. If something got out, it's me who'd be on the chopping block. Dang. All the drugs in this place. Almost all the hospital's drugs here. Take them over to the window whenever someone needs something. Use any of our equipment without one of these, talk about a bitch. So you must need that for that terminal, right? Can't log on without it. Mm-hmm.
どうも。
Yeah,
これ
there
で
it
失礼
goes.
するよ。随分と長い間
Sorry
邪魔
this
しちまっ
took
たな。
so long.
ああ、もうこんな時間か。
時間は無駄にはならんよ。
Time is never truly
そう
wasted.。
それじゃ。
Did you learn anything? You were in there for quite a while. Ask about, there's probably something. Didn't seem to know him that well. Try going to Takagawa. Hojo was here on the 15th. Let's see, the 15th. I wasn't here that day. One to do with organ transplants. Sheeta should have been here that day. Yeah, he was. Must have more important things to do. Okay. So volunteer as a psychiatric nurse. Since you're also a psychiatric nurse, Sheeta and this guy at Takagawa Pharmaceuticals were both saying there are a lot of cases of beyonds disappearing on purpose. You mean return syndrome? Does that actually happen? It did before, yeah, but these days it's rare. Colony is full of second-generation citizens now. What about a terrestrial like Hojo? It's possible. I've always been living here for the last 30 years, and I feel fine. Don't know what to tell you, to be honest. Most medical products used on Beyond are made by Takagawa Pharmaceuticals. Be lying if I said we don't have some sort of relationship. headquarters of the Takagawa group on the colony. Should go there sometime. One of Beyond's most famous places. Okay. You ever heard of something called K9, part of Takagawa Pharmaceuticals K series? I know about the ones up to K8. This is the first I've heard of K9. TDS drugs, particularly famous after they developed the first SAS medicine for astronauts. That you stick behind your ear. Only real problem would be the shortage of donors. The place you'll find. Oh, right. I think that's everything out of her. See you later, Chris. Boom. We out. Suppose it is time to leave. Can you believe Chris runs this entire place? Yeah, that's pretty wild. And what are the odds we'd know her? Let's drive. Let's go to the Takigawa building, I guess. I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's your main man Chrono here, part 4. Policenauts. A real tourist hotspot, huh? Alright, let's see what happens. That pillar there, that's the prop. Things essentially built into the colony. There of its surfaces. Okay. Little in over our heads with this. You ain't chickening out, are you? That's where I come in. That's why we're partners. Glad you're here, partner. That is a big building. Between heaven and earth. Holy crap. Hold on a second here. Alright, I think we're good. Having a little technical difficulty here. Ready to see inside. Dang, this is a crazy lobby. High-speed linear elevator, you could call it one of the building's arteries. Front desk, why don't we go talk to the receptionist? She must be the receptionist. Let's go to the front desk. Welcome to the Takagawa building. May I help you? Or with BCP, mind if we ask you some questions? What's up, buddy? How you doing? Let's see. Let's ask about Takigawa. Tell us about President Takigawa. Came to be on one of the Policenauts, later becoming head of the pharmaceutical group. Director of International Space Promotion Agency. Very important, man. Yeah, right? Indeed. Anything else? What's your opinion of the president? Some don't speak highly of him, but they're just jealous of his success. Okay. She likes the guy. Like to speak to the president, Takegawa. Where is he? Do you have an appointment? I wouldn't mind making an appointment with you. It's rather sudden, so no, we don't. But in this case, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do. Show the Policenauts photo? Do you recognize this photo? Yes, those are the Policenauts. Our president was one of them. I know all about it. Okay, I thought she was going to realize that we're also one of the Policenauts. Do we show Hojo? Do you know this man? Alright. This has nothing to do with why we're here. Okay, ask about Kenzo Hojo. He's an employee with Takagawa Pharmaceuticals. Need to know when he was here. Truly don't know anyone by that name. May have been here before. Didn't make a lasting impression. What about records of visits? I'd be able to check those. They all look the same. Hard to know. Okay. Okay. Wow. Hojo's visit.
重要なことなんだ。15日の午後、
Afternoon the 15th,
北条健三という人
Kenzo
物
Hojo
が
was
こ
supposed
の
to
ビ
have
ル
been
に来て
here.
るはずなんだが、
待ってください。何しろ来客が多いもので、一
As
人
you
一
can
人につい
understand, we
て
get
は
quite a number of visitors. I'll check the visitor log.
ここから中に入る人は必ず来社時間と退社時間を記録しているは
Arrival
ず
and
ですから。
departure times recorded.
ありました。はい。確かに15日の16
Arriving
時
at
に
4
北条
p.m. on the
健三さんが来社
15th.
されています。記録によるとそのま
Went
ま
straight
会
up to the
長室にお
president's
通ししていま
office.
す。
ということは、貞興もその時間
Had
に
to
こ
have
こ
been
にい
here
た。
too, I'd assume.
退社時間は
When did he leave?
退社時間はあれおかしいですね。
That's
消え
strange.
てい
It
ます。
doesn't say.
退社時間は記録にありません。
CEO
こ
killed
の記
him.
録によると北条さんはまだこの
According
ビ
to
ルを
this,
出てい
Mr.
ないことに
Hojo
なり
is
ま
still
すね。
inside the building.
他に出口は
非常用の出入り口はいくつもありますが、
Several
キック
emergency
システムを抜け
exits.
ることは容易ではあり
Still
ま
be
せん。
difficult to bypass the
北
system.
条の痕跡はここでぷっつりと切れているってわけか。
Drops off the
このビ
face.
ル内に隠蔽
Wow.
されているか、あるいは
Or he
ただなら
left
ぬ
without
方法
going
で
through
外
the
に出た
system.
か。ロレインが言ってたように、この状況で会社から捜索願い
Oh,
が出ていないの
thing
は
stinks.
おかしすぎる。
Yeah, this is crazy.
毒がが臭いな。
You can say that again.
そんなおかしい
Never
です
seen
ね。
anything like this before. System reach each employee's personal ID card doesn't make mistakes. Voice print, retinal scan, and fingerprint scan. Hmm. Okay. In addition to being the headquarters, also most widely known example of space architecture. Symbolically a pillar, colony, hence name. Okay. Surface side employee office, reception hall, all-purpose hall, auditorium, situation room, and president's office. Has the garden, one of the main features of the prop. Okay. Disaster control and play management systems all run by computer. Zero gravity event area. Okay, in the center of the big building. Linear elevator, okay. Open area covering 20 floors. Unobstructed view of the entire colony, often used for parties and other functions. Huh. Affected. Should a hole open in the colony? Just a moment. Yes, we do have an employee by that name. Any records of him being here? Not in the last several years, no. He was telling the truth. Please don't tell anyone we had this conversation. Get an elevator. Maybe? Wait, do you have a search warrant? I don't need a warrant with Sadoki. Stop. This is awkward. Alright, let's just walk away, I guess. We are the police. Alright, I guess we're supposed to leave. Oh, where do we go now? We were in Hojo's house already, weren't we?
いいか、ジョナサン。北条家へ向かうぞ。
Almost positive we were.
どうした、ジョナサン。
気が進まない。触れてはいけないのかもし
Maybe
れな
I
い。
shouldn't be doing this.
ジョナサン、
Jonathan.
もう片足を突っ
Already
込んで
in
るんだ。
this now.
引き返さない。
It's too late for that.
あ、
避けては通れん。
There's no way around
分か
this.
ってる。
Mm,
北条家、
Hojo's house.
ロレインの家。
Oh, maybe we haven't. No, we haven't, I guess. I think I was kind of between going two places. I think I tried to go here, but it directed me to the hospital or something, maybe.
ここが北条家らしい。
This must be the
こ
place.
こにロレインが。
娘のカレンがいるはずだ。彼女に話を聞こう。
Talking to their daughter, Karen.
ジョナサン、娘のカレンは
News anchor with BBC.
カレン北条。聞いたことがあるだろ。
ロレインがそんなこと言ってたな。
彼女はロレインの生き写しだ。
Spitting image
ロ
of
レイン
her
の
mother.
娘か。
いいな、ジョナサン。30年も経っているんだ。
Remember, it's been 30
お前に
years.
とっては3年前のことに思えるかもしれんが、冷
Trying to
静に受
understand
け止
how
め
it
るん
is
だ
for everyone else. Alright, let's move. Ring the doorbell. Who is it?
BCP のものです。ちょっとお話を伺
With
いたい。
BCP.
CP ちょっと待ってください。セキュリティを解除しますから ID をカメラに向けてください。
こうかな。
ロレイン
Lorraine. I mean, Karen.
カレンさん。
ええ、カレン北条です。あなたは
And you are.
ジョナサン・イングラム。
Ah, she
Anata,
knows.
Ingram
It's you,
ne?
isn't it?
ああ、
Yes.
そうだな。
Yes. What a nerve. Why can't you just stay out of our
これ以
lives?
上私たちを苦しめないで
Already caused us enough pain, please.
カレンさん、
It's not why I'm here, Karen.
俺はただ地球でロ
Right,
レイン
I
を
mean, your
君の
mother
母
asked
親に
me
頼ま
for
れた
my help on home.
父親を探し出してほ
Was
しい。
trying to find your father.
その母さんもあなたに
Look
会い
what
に行った
happened
ばっかり
right after she saw you again.
どうして父や母が
Why is this
どう
happening?
してなの
to us?
あなたよジョナサン・イングラム
It's
いつも
always
あなたが
you,
原因よ
Jonathan Ingram. Dang, she hates us.
あなたが
Cracked,
母を
killed,
殺したも
killed
同然
my mother yourself?
付きまとう
What?
のはやめてください
I don't
父は
want your
私が
help.
探
I'll
しま
look
す
for my father on my own.
帰ってください
Just go.
カレンさ
Dang.
ん、あなたはジョナサンを誤解してる。
あなたは
私は BCP の
Ed
風紀から
Brown
エド
with
ブラウン。
Vice Unit.
ジョナサン同様、君の母
Used
さ
to
んの
know your
古い
mother
友人だ。
too.
ジョナサンがロレインや
Father
君
would
たちを
never
苦
want
しめ
to
るなん
hurt
てとんでも
any
な
of
い。
you.
俺はこいつと古
He
い
and
付
I
き合い
go
だ。
way back.
こいつのロレインへの気持ちは
Oh, he
誰よりも
feels
知って
about
い
your
る。
mother better than anyone. Boom. Wise old guy.
知ってるわ母さんもあなたのことをずっと思ってた母は父にいくら言われ
Always
ても
carried your
あな
photo
たの
with
写
her.
真
Nothing my
いつ
father
も
said
持ち歩い
made
ていた
any
もの
difference. Wow.
父さんかわいそうだった
Felt so sorry for
母
him.
さんは忘れなければならなかったのよ
Oh wow, she
その
was
こと
in
で
love with.
父と母は喧嘩が絶えなかったわ
Ah.
私はそんな二人を見て育ったのよ幼い頃から
This is quite the
ジョナサンイングラムを
storyline.
恨みながら
知らなかった。
No idea. I'm sorry.
カレンさん、君の気持ちはよくわかる。だが、ジョナサンを恨む
But
の
you're
は
wrong to
間違
blame
っている。
Jonathan. Boom.
こいつはつい3年前まで宇宙
I
を
was
さ
lost
ま
in
よっていたん
space
だ。
until not that long ago.
カレンさん、聞いてくれ。君も君の父さんも
Could be
大
involved
変な
in
事件に
something
巻き込まれて
bigger
いるか
than
もし
you
れない。
realize.
俺は君たちを助けたい。君たちの力になりたい。
カレンさん、どうか分かってくれ。
分かったわうるさくされると迷惑だか
Come
ら
on, then we can talk
Nakani
inside. Boom.
ありがた
Okay.
い。
Way to flip that one around, Ed.
さてどうしましょう刑事さん
内装も素晴らしい。
Check this place out. This does look pretty dope. Are those, oh, those are speakers. Badass, okay. Karen's got the ultimate, like, man cave area, basically. This is awesome. Alright, I guess we'll talk to her. Instead of looking around. Is it alright if we ask you some questions? Ask about her parents. What is necessary for our investigation? What can you tell us? Father is terrestrial, immigrated to beyond shortly after. Mother told me they met at Tagawa's festival for Japanese people. Mom was inconsolable after your accident. Devoted himself to her. They married 6 months later. Interesting. Couldn't let go, yeah. Ah, he was a jealous guy. That's when their relationship turned sour. Mom still kept all the pictures she had of you. Ah, Dad found them, burned every last one. Dang. No pictures that you left after that. Argue constantly. Stayed together. Okay. Michael Sato works for Takagua Pharmaceuticals. No. Actually, I do remember hearing it. A lot of people here are Japanese names, so it could be common. Janashida Pharmaceuticals employee working at the hospital. never brings anyone from work to the house. Is he close to any of his colleagues? Don't think so. Does he still go to that Japanese festival? Mom went a few more times, but not Dad. A lonely scientist. Guys like Hojo are the hardest to track down.
ロレインのことは
母の仮葬儀は終わりました。
Held a memorial.
母は友人も少なかったし、
Didn't have many friends.
私
I
だ
was
け
the
の
only
寂
one
しい
there.
葬儀でした。
Wow. That's sad.
遺体は
Where's her
難
body?
しいみたい。せめてお骨だけでもって思うんですけど。
残念ながらビヨンドへの遺体の持ち込みは許可されないでしょう。
父が知ったらどんなに悲しむか。
Father
Ilu
would be
hiwa.
devastated.
遺留品も無理らしいです。
そうですか。
Sorry
お
to
気
hear.
の毒に。
ロレインに君のこと頼むって
Mother asked me to look out for you.
そうですか。
She said that? You were the one she really loved, and then she was so glad when they found you. But I wasn't very nice to her. I felt sorry for Dad. Had to be related to your father's disappearance. News anchor. Taking some time off. Aplastic anemia. Hematopoietic stem cells in my bone marrow. And I can't produce blood cells properly. Anemic, get hemorrhages, susceptible to infection. Yikes. How did she get it? Exposure to cosmic radiation. Wow. Anti-space groups like Repatriatists do offer financial support, but I don't want to end up being used by the likes of them. Someone at your father's work was saying you need a bone marrow transplant? Yeah. Immunosuppressive therapy. See why he wanted me to try it, but it's not doing much. Hey, those 12-pack of cherry peach, man. $3.99 at Woodman's. Nice. That's a pretty decent deal. I usually just do the 30-pack for $7.99 though. But being able to mix and match different flavors other than those two is pretty dope. That's cool though. Alright, let's see here. Damaged marrow with marrow from a healthy person. Oh yeah, you gotta be the right. That's crazy. Okay. Theories about what might have happened to your father. He's not the type of person to disappear and not tell anyone. He must have become involved in something. Mention anything before he went missing? The word Plato several times. I don't know what he meant by it. Come with this Plato or Pluto, whatever it is. So you don't know what he could have meant by this Plato or Pluto thing? Your mother mentioned it too. Wish I knew there's nowhere with a name like that here. Some sort of code name? It's way on assignment at the time. When I got back, Mom had already left for home. If I had been here, I wouldn't have let her do something like that. list was 7, which is for people who can't even pay for the transplant. Last month I finally got some hope. Looks like Dad got me moved up. Grateful for everything he's done. That's cool. I think I've pretty much exhausted. Okay. Do I show? I don't think I show photos. Oh, you know what? Let's save. Let's do a save, y'all. Appreciate you tuning in. Okay, do we then move? Or Ojo's room.
北条さんの部屋を見せてもらえないかな。
Have a room he uses.
父の部屋？ああ、書斎なら。
Supposed to study.
書斎があるんですか。
Wow, he has a study.
それじゃあ書斎を見せ
Look
てもらえますか。
inside. Time to get some more clues, y'all.
ここが父の書斎の日本間です。
Japanese study. This is pretty neat. Desk. Oh, it's one so you can sit down. That's why it's so low. Knew it.
そのカードは
Is that his work card?
父の ID カ
Ooh.
ードじゃないかしら。それは確か予備のコピーカードです。父は用心深い人でしたから。
カレンさん、ちょっと
Do
こ
you
れ
mind if we borrow this?
預かってもらえる？
Perfect. We could go
いいです
back
けど、
to
徳川には内緒ですよ。コピーがあ
um
ったなんて知れたら大変ですから。
yeah, I get it wanting to try the other flavors first. We can go back now to the pharmacy. Maybe on a day where the pharmacist isn't working and log into that computer there. That's awesome. Japanese colored paper or origami. Dad wrote one of his favorite words on it. What does it say? How do? Udu? Means the high road. One should always walk the high road. Okay, cool. Respect.
日本古来の家紋標です。
Japanese family
父は
crest.
どうしてこんなものを貼っていたんでしょう。家紋の下に大役が書かれているわ。
There are explanations. One of them must say something about Plato. He was the one who originally made the flower into a crest. This became the Matsudaira family crest from their relationship with the Kamo shrines and was later inherited by Takigawa. So we have them to thank for that eyesore of a logo. Made a design this to stand out from all other plum crests or plume that were around at the same time. Some people think he was a descendant. I don't know what any of this really means. It seems important though. Heavenly bodies originally used for fortune telling in ancient India. This looks somewhat familiar. Flower diamonds inside 3 tortoise shells. Came from the shape of a large boulder in front of a subordinate shrine. That's what I heard. Paulownia? Flower pattern? The Triforce went to pray for the prosperity of his descendants. scales. Ensure prosperity by making the scales into his family crest. Okay. Huh. Well, whatever.
それは
Is that your
Lorraine.
mother's?
母さんの仏壇
What's
まだホームから遺体が届いてませんけど
Let's wish we could get her body
遺体を
back.
ビヨンドへ入れるには手続きが非
Next
常に
to
難しいん
impossible
だ
to bring a body into beyond.
母さんも日系人だから仏壇に
Since mom was part
ロレインが死んだのは
Japanese.
俺の責任だ。彼女は助けを求めてき
She
た。
came to me for
俺を
help,
頼って。しかし、俺は彼女を追い返した。
but I turned her away. I shouldn't have
辛か
done
ったん
that.
だ。
でも母さんは幸福だったはずです。あなたに
Sure,
会
she
え
was
て
happy to see you again.
それが何よりもの慰め。
Hanging scroll, talisman. It's a home fern, if I remember right. This is a nice pot too. Don't come across this variety very often. We need to find out what kind of guy Hojo is. See anything that might help us. One time, I can't remember when exactly, he broke down in tears saying he wanted to quit Takigawa. Said they lied to me, I hate my fucking job. Holy mackerel. That was it, that's all he said. He never mentioned it again. Never swore, which made it even more unusual for someone here to say something like that. That's almost unheard of. Don't really know what he did. He was forbidden from discussing. Confidentiality. Don't say anything unusual about him before he disappeared. Kind of strange. Maybe things weren't going well at work, so he definitely was different than usual. Yep. Does have a tendency to worry at times, but nothing like that. Even the littlest thing might make a difference. What other ways was he different? Very pensive and emotional. He was like somebody else altogether. Talked to mom about something, but he never said anything to me. Lorraine knew something. Father's hobbies. Likes listening to CDs. Only hobby per se. He doesn't have any friends. So he would spend his days off here. Never home since his parents didn't get along. Made him into a workaholic. Listen to music by himself. Lonely scientist. Dad's CDs are over on those shelves. Go take a look if you'd like. I believe that's it. These are the CD shelves. This is okay. Listening to music is probably his favorite thing in the world. Every genre you can imagine. Doesn't like the quality online. Anathy Part 2. Is actually I'm not really sure what the... Is this just supposed to be kind of... This game is interesting. Alright, cool.
Karen-san,
You've been a very
No.
big help, Karen.
役に立ちましたよ。
カレン、
Karen, I'm sorry about everything.
私真実を知りたい。
Have to know the truth.
だから約束し
Promise
て
me
くださる。
something, will you?
どんなことが分かっても
I want
父
you to
に
tell
関す
me
ること
whatever you learn about
私
my
に隠さ
father.
な
I
いで教
don't
えてく
care
ださ
how
い。
bad it is.
母に代わって依頼料は払います。
分かった。約束しよう。しかし金はいらない。この件はロレイン本人
Mother
から
asked me
頼
to
まれ
do
たものだ。
this.
依頼人はロレインと
This is for her
俺本人だ。
and me.
カレン、
Brought
Kono
this with
shashin.
me, Karen.
この写真。
ロレインとの写真だ。
Why don't you
処分は
decide
君
what
に
to
任
do
せる。
with it?
どうして？
What? Why?
ロレインはここにいる。このビヨンドに生きている。
I can feel your mother's spirit
俺
here.
のところじゃない。
It's where it belongs.
処分は任せる。
分かったわ。
Oh,
ジョナサンって呼んでもいいかし
is
ら。
it okay if I call you Jonathan?
ああ、
ジョナさん、私さっきは言い過ぎたわ。
Out of
Come on,
line
Nathan.
earlier. I apologize.
カレンさん、
Given what
Lorraine
happened to
が
your
あんなこと
mother,
に
you
なった
could
んだ。
be in danger
あ
too.
なたも安全とはいえ、何かあればすぐ BCP ま
Hesitate
で
to call
連
the
絡してくだ
police
さ
if
い。
you notice anything
部下を送ります。
suspicious. We'll send someone
あ
over.
りがとう。
じゃあ、カレン、
あ、ジョナさん、
なんだ？
あなたずっとタバコを
Oh,
吸
your
ってたわね。
cigarette.
こいつは病気なんだ。
I don't know what's wrong with him either. Don't take it
いや、
personally.
母からはそんな話聞いたことないから。
Mom never mentioned you
大丈
smoke.
夫。このビヨンドにいればやめるさ、きっと。
そうね。じゃあ、
失礼するよ。
Okay.
ジョナさん。君
Not
しばらく
too shabby.
時間がかかるが、きっと
She'll
彼
come
女も
around
分かっている。
eventually.
だといいが。
Hope so. Let's drive. Let's go. I don't know. BCP maybe? Go back to headquarters. I think this is hitting about an hour here, so we'll head back to headquarters, save it up. What time? 9:30? Should I do one more game? Back at BCP. Go inside. And we will go between games. Let me save this.